Anyway. Don't you just hate it when a P-51 Mustang flies over your house while you're trying to film? So rude. This video, we're going to the LA Roadster Show. One of the oldest, longest running traditional hot rod car shows in the country. It's also put on by the LA Roadsters, a local car club that has a very long and storied history. At the car show, there's also a swap meet, but we're going to cover that in a separate video. Sure to come out here real quick. This show, of course, is celebrating the 90th anniversary of the 32 Ford. And how could you celebrate the 32 Ford without a whole bunch of Model A's with 32 grills on the front of them? Obviously, I am very much right there with those folks, as that's our plan with both our Model A's. Gonna ever get the amount of attention they deserve. That's interesting.
Is that a turbo?
Yeah, it's a turbo. That's a 4BT Cummins. Interesting idea. Blown small block Chevy. Little, it's a little blower.
I think we've seen
One video before. What was that? It must have been the other Roadster. Yeah, exactly.
He gave us the cook's tour, took him to bed.
Okay. And it's the sharp heads you want.
Sharp. That's vintage. Vintage wing and intake.
And then this is the small first-gen Hemi, the red Ram. Probably a 392, but it could be the 354. Could be a 331 too. I mean, lone small block. Got the 372 Chevy in it, or the, excuse me, the 572. Yeah.
So this is your standard combo. Your 1930-31 body with your
No, this is a 28, 29 body.
That's it.
28, 29 body with 32 grill and a small block Chevy.
Yeah.
Is it the 350 turbo? Oh, but it's got the banjo rear end. No, it ain't a banjo. It's a smooth back 9-inch. Never mind.
This is Brookvale.
Yeah.
That's one of those kit cars, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty close. Well, Brookvale, they're a repop, or they remanufacture, but they're like the real high end. Bare metal is like $25,000. I mean, it isn't the 19 gauge. I don't know what it is. I'd have to look. I think it's 18 gauge, which actually makes it heavier than the originals. What do we got going on here?
It's a 350 with some.
No. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That's a 350 block.
No, you're right. That's just a. Yeah, it's a Hemi. Another Hemi.
Got that.
Yep. Looks pretty sharp.
And the cops will never notice it.
Oh, yeah, they're less likely, yeah. There you go. Are we getting the Olympic Games again here in a couple years?
A couple of years, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Killing me not being out to swap these though.
It's
We had to walk away. We
Yeah.
were about to spend our life savings. over
yeah,
there.
no, there's just walking through a fifth of it. We almost it was 10 grand. This is the actual club that runs this event.
Yes. Looks like they're doing some vintage top fuel dragsters over there.
Yeah, I'll have to check them out. Probably same guys that were the good guys, same folks that were the good guys.
Same as everything else.
Hemi, of course. Blown Hemi at that.
Look at that frame though.
Yeah, no, it was.
That's just all it was.
No, it was very minimalist. The steering is merely no brakes. Yeah, no, it's
You're suggesting where it should go. It's going to go where it wants.
yeah, it's a boat tiller. It's a boat tiller. You want it to go straight, and that's about it. After that, turning's kind of nice.
I just followed her.
Huh?
I got
Exactly. Clearly, balls despair.
But they didn't have the gauges and nobody knew them. They set them at 80 over. Here, you blow on it. And you can still hear good. When you're just
Firebird.
The gentleman in question, he said he ran the VIN number and it came back as C28 vans.
All right.
But all the interior said LT.
Okay. Well, Z28 was engine and
Well, he got it with no engine, no transmission. It was just
Yeah.
a roller when he got it. But he says he got it like a million years ago for $800.
right. Still a basket case, so
Yeah.
it's not worth. It's worth what the market will bear.
Yeah.
I won't lie, even though I like that vintage better, it's worth less than the first vintage, first gen. 8BA blown, and it's the Navarro heads. So all right, that's the reason why they're familiar. How much you want to bet H&H has been in that? Yeah, no, this is this is kind of my favorite.
This is the one.
This is the
It
coolest
had the
F
freaking-
body.
But it was the red and it had an orange
Right.
bird on it. And it had the 455 in it, but I couldn't get it fucking running or past smog for the life of me.
Right. It's just too bad. But yeah, these are my favorite. Very good. My favorite F body.
Well, you know, when you say F-body, people don't realize Camaro's in there too.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. That's the reason why I say F body, because I'm saying I like this better than the Camaros. Nice. 300B. Very sweet. The actual original muscle car. Yeah, no. Everyone. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a Pontiac guy. I love GTOs, but these were the original muscle car.
This was the
Cause,
body with the big engine.
yep, it was the small. It was a medium-sized body with the big engine. The Chrysler Firepower, and depending upon what the B
354.
354. Okay,
Yeah, 345.
that's what it is. That's what it is, and it's old enough and cool enough that no one. That's in. Oh, it's a. I know what it is. It's an LS.
The LS with the supercharger.
Yeah.
Whipple.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Root style. LS3 with Corvette Whipple supercharger. Yep, you're right.
Emergency box.
Yep. I'm sure tomorrow there's going to be a lot more cars.
I'm positive tomorrow.
But there's also going to be so many fucking people. It's going to be trying to get around anything
Be
interesting.
elbowing each other just to see.
Yeah.
You know,
It's kind of the reason why I wanted to come today was
especially early in the morning when they first open.
yeah, it's because
We're gonna get our first pick of everything.
and there's more than enough here to
So fill a video or two.
yeah. I think I've seen this one before with the antennas and the fender like
Double
that.
in thing.
That's cool.
Wagons are starting to come back.
It's the MSD throttle body fuel injection system.
Right.
Lost another phone.
That's
What-
a 327 small block, or it might be a 350. It's the same freaking block.
Yeah, no, it is exactly the same block. That's the reason. I mean, the only way to tell would be the casting number. Coronet 500.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a 440 maybe. Unless it's the 413 wedge.
That's the 500.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
it's
no,
the 5.
I mean, the 500 is top of the line.
Well, 500 means it was a sport model because that was that was usually the homologation special for NASCAR.
Used to mean Vaughn hot rod fin striping.
It used to mean that was the 500 that they had to produce to make the
Yes.
NASCAR.
Okay. That makes 100% sense because they're always homologation specials. Interesting. It's a shoebox convertible.
I know you love those.
I like shoeboxes. I'm not a fan of convertibles ever. Like I said, my shit box.
So this is, check this out.
That's a GMC grill. Yeah, it's a GMC grill.
And it's got a splitter on the bottom of the
Yeah.
custom bumper there.
Well, it's not a custom bumper. It's just a bumper from a something else.
We want to thank D&D.
I won't even speculate what, but F100 or F1.
I could do that all day.
Yeah.
Somebody steal your golf cart?
Another 64 Malibu. 64, 65. Yeah.
I'll call you. I hope if I
Chevrolet
sell this, I'll be out there to see you.
with the ramp there. It's got the dual axle in it.
That is interesting. Little pup. Okay, it's from a FedEx box truck is the chassis. That's the reason why.
The ding in the bumper.
And the paint job coming off.
You're right, it does sound like Carl Perkins, but it's not.
got tears in the vintage seats, which are...
Nope.
For junk. A buddy of mine's dad growing up had one, and it was a basket case in his garage. This was okay, this is one of the ones that ran while that's what hey, Brandon with an E. The Fullers, that's what I thought it was. I thought it looked familiar. There he is.
Cleanest you'll ever see it.
It is. That's the reason why I had to take about 3 takes at it, man.
Located anywhere in Southern California.
Yeah, it looks a little different. The tires are proof this goes out there though.
Yeah.
Soap and water won't do nothing to those tires.
No. Okay, unfortunately, this part of the show was really close to the DJ, and so as the last section had, you notice the volume cycled in and out as we were talking, trying to capture what I wanted to hear, but you could hear some copyrighted music in the background, and to protect us, I went ahead and for the next couple short segment, well, we're covering various different interesting things. You're gonna have to listen to me talk to you this way. Now, of course, this is a really cool 65 Malibu station wagon 2-door. Something I think is really really cool. Something I would love to have, but at $6,500 for a bare shell, that needs a lot of work. Not nearly as much as our Mach 1, but the Mach 1 was considerably more complete than this example. Now, the seller also has all these other very interesting cars that they have up for sale. Casually looking at the pictures, it seems to be more or less the same condition. We also went ahead and strolled around, and I have a habit of pretty much just focusing on stuff and capturing footage of stuff that really catches my eye, such as this beautiful car right here. And being the gearhead that I am, usually it's I only really focus in on the engines, and I know some viewers have requested a little more time spent on cars to show a little more of the total package, not just me zooming in and Hemi, 8BA, 59AB, whatever. So hopefully someday I'll remember to do that while I'm actually at the show filming. But as you can see, there is a ton of 32 Roadsters. Makes sense. This is a Roadster Show. Well, there's a Model A Roadster right there, but very amazingly beautiful thing. Now, there's a seriously large selection of new vendors, suppliers inside the show portion of it. Brookvale is a major supplier of brand new, super high quality steel bodies and components. Some of the highest quality stuff you can get, including these frames, with a price tag to match. You can get a complete brand new Roadster 32 Roadster body for something like $25,000, which if you're going to be building one, it's totally worth it, other than, you know, the challenges of getting a title on them. But they're excellent, proper thickness. I'm not sure what gauge steel it is. The original was 19 gauge, which in modern terms you don't really get 19 gauge, so you're either going to do 20 or you're going to do 18. I didn't have a gauge to check, and I didn't ask, mostly because, you know, simple fact of the matter is I'm probably going to stick with my own tools and we're trying to find cool original stuff. But if you're looking for a source for your traditional hot rod, and Brookvale is definitely a group of really high quality stuff worth checking out if you're in the market for it. We ran into this gentleman at SEMA, and he's actually foundry casting a lot of his own hardware for flatheads and other traditional hot rod V8s and so forth. It is worth checking him out. He's got a lot of cool, innovative stuff. If you pause it here in a second, hopefully you can get all of his information, and it's all made here in California. So not only is it made in US, it's made in California. Okay, at the SoCal Speed booth, they had this really sweet 32 with a Mark I Chevy big block. You don't see a lot of these. This is a legendary 409. It could be a 348, but I'm willing to bet provenance of the shop and everything, that's a real 409. So that's pretty cool. I think that, I don't know, that kind of tickles my funny bone. Once again, me focusing in on interesting cars with sweet drivetrains. Here's a T-bucket proper race car. This was a popular nose they would put on the T's and then go fast around the dirt. Now, a lot of smaller specialty hot rod suppliers selling all sorts of new components. Here are some 32 rail side rails that are available for you if you're building an original 32 and you plan on doing a high boy where you can see the nifty rails. They also sell a bunch of different new components to do anything you want. They got a setup back there for dumping a 9-inch in the back of one. They've got brand new wishbones available. That's pretty crazy, kind of mind-blowing. Don't have to try and track down original stuff. You can get something that's brand new and use it. So that's pretty awesome. And this is, of course, all stuff. This is all, a lot of it's made here. Some of it's overseas, but most of it's all made here. And once again, this is kind of a local company, you know. They're worth checking out. Here's another one. These are fabricators who build parts. They actually have reproduction brake backing plates, so you can do a Lincoln's brake swap, juice brake swap in your classic hot rod. Something Matt was talking about on one of his recent hot rodding 101s for Iron Trap Garage. Here's their totally custom fabricated Model A chassis. You can see how it drops and everything. It looks nice. I think it looks like a very well done piece, something I would do if you're looking to run something else. Now, SoCal Speed, old name in the whole hobby, and someone that is definitely they know their business, and someone worth checking out, and someone that's available all over the place. You can get a lot of high quality stuff from SoCal Speed. Here is a sampling of their wares, along with several of their cars that use their wares, because they, you know, like everybody, you got to show off what you make. Clearly this is a 32. It's interesting because it's boxed, but in a way you still see the bottom inside flanges, so you don't think it's quite as boxed as much as it is, but it adds a lot of stiffness, a lot of strength. Here is their land speed racer. I don't know if they run this at Bonneville or if they run this out at El Mirage. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It was really neat going. The turnout was a little smaller than we were expecting, but to be fair, we went on a Friday to avoid the crowds, which means we missed some of, undoubtedly, a fair number of the cars that showed up on Saturday. However, we did get a chance to hang out with some of our buddies from the Roadrunners. They're showing off their really cool race Harley. Shout out to the Fullers and Brandon with an E Racing. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed being at the show. It was a gorgeous, perfect day for going to a car show. Next, we're going to go to the swap meet there at the show and show you just how incredibly cool this swap meet is. Basically, the whole swap meet is what I wish Pomona was. It is twice as many cool vendors in a quarter of the space, so there is anything and everything there. Every aisle, we came this close to spending the entire savings account on stuff to get these awesome buttes on the road, and or actually nearly bought 2 more similar vehicles. And one would think that the prices would be a little inflated, but the reality was we found tons of great deals, much better than you find at Pomona, much better than you can find on the internet. So it was an eye-opening experience for us, and I hope you catch that video coming up next week. And if you like what we do here at the Pit Stop Ranch, please hit the like button. Plus, if you really want to support us and you haven't done so already, hit the old subscribe button. And until next time, have a hot rod-tastic day.